इस आसान digital guide में आपका स्वागत है. If you've ever felt totally overwhelmed by technology, or if words like browser and download just sound like complete gibberish to you, well, you are in the exact right place. We're going to go on a super friendly, completely jargon-free journey today. Our goal? To totally demystify the digital world for you. Think of this explainer as your own personal roadmap to figuring out the absolute essentials of the web.
क्या आप इंटरनेट चलाना सीखना चाहते हैं? Do you want to learn how to use the internet? It seems like a simple question, right? But honestly, for so many of us, taking that very first step can feel pretty intimidating. Digital anxiety is a real thing. It really is. If you've ever been terrified of just clicking the wrong button, believe me, you are not alone. But here is my promise to you today. By the time we wrap up this guide, you're going to have the essential toolkit you need to navigate the web with total confidence. Okay, so here's our quick agenda for today. First up, we'll tackle Part 1, Internet kya hai? Then Part 2, Web browser ki janकारी. Moving on to Part 3, Google search kaise kare. Then Part 4, Email kya hota hai? And finally, Part 5, Download banam upload. We're just going to take these simple building blocks one step at a time. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, Internet kya hai? The foundation of the digital world. To make this super easy to picture, I want you to think of the internet as this massive, bustling global city. It's essentially just a worldwide network made up of millions and millions of computers, phones, and tablets all linked together. Just like a physical city has roads connecting houses and shops, right? Well, the internet has these invisible roads connecting our devices. And that connection is exactly what allows us to find information instantly, watch videos, send messages, and even work online with people all over the globe. To really put this into perspective, just think about the tools you probably hear about literally every single day. Things like watching a recipe tutorial on YouTube, asking Google a random question, sending a quick hello on WhatsApp, checking updates on Facebook, taking online classes, or even checking your bank balance online. Every single one of these relies on the internet. It is the invisible wire that powers all these modern conveniences we use, day in and day out. Moving right along to Section 2, Web browser ki janकारी, your vehicle to explore the internet. So, if the internet is this massive global city we just talked about, well, you can't just magically teleport around it, right? You actually need a vehicle to travel through it. And in the digital world, that vehicle is called a web browser. It's the software you use to open websites, play videos, and do your Google searches. Essentially, the browser is what takes all the internet's raw, complicated data and translates it into the nice, readable text and pretty videos that you actually interact with. Now, you probably already recognize some of these popular vehicles: Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, or Microsoft Edge. Honestly, you almost certainly have at least one of these installed on your device right now. And the great thing is, they all do the exact same basic job, getting you onto the web. They just have slightly different designs. It's kind of like choosing whether you want to drive a Honda, a Ford, or a Toyota around our digital city. Now, what's really interesting about this next slide is how we actually navigate Section 3, Google search kaise kare, finding what you need. So picture this. You have your browser vehicle, and you are officially driving around the digital city. But how do you actually find what you're looking for? Well, you need a map. Google is the world's most popular search engine. Think of it as a massive, incredibly fast digital librarian. Whether you want to know tomorrow's weather forecast, read the latest news, or find a new online course, this librarian knows exactly which website has the answer and hands it to you in milliseconds. It's pretty amazing. And using this tool, it is as easy as 1, 2, 3, 4. First, you open your browser. Remember, that's your vehicle, something like Google Chrome. Second, you go to google.com. Third, you click right there in the search box and type what you want to know. Let's say how to bake a cake. And fourth, you just press enter on your keyboard or tap that little magnifying glass search icon on your phone. And boom, instantly, the world's knowledge is right there in front of you. I want to give you a few quick pro tips here, just as a helpful friend, to make your searching even faster. First up, correct spelling. It really helps Google understand exactly what you want. Second, use short keywords. So instead of typing out a whole sentence like, "Where can I find a good place that sells hot pizza?" just type "hot pizza near me." Keep it simple. And finally, this is absolutely my favorite trick: voice search.
If typing is a hassle, just tap that little microphone icon and speak your question out loud. Google literally listens and does all the typing for you. How cool is that?
So the crucial point we're moving to next is how we talk to each other. Section 4, email क्या होता है? Digital communication.
Now, while text messages are totally fine for quick, casual chats, the internet actually has a standardized way of handling official mail. Email is simply short for electronic mail. That's all it is. It's a method for using the internet to send messages, photos, and important documents. Think of it exactly like the traditional postal system, but instead of paper envelopes traveling on trucks for days and days, your electronic envelope arrives at its destination in literally less than a second. You are going to need email for so many things: school communications, office work, applying for jobs, and honestly, for creating almost any online account. And let's be real for a second, it's such a relief to finally understand what those mysterious OTP or one-time password emails are for, right? They're just secure little codes sent to your digital mailbox to prove you are who you say you are. And all the most popular mail services out there, like Gmail, Outlook, or Yahoo Mail, they all do the exact same thing. They handle your digital letters. Okay, let's break down the basic anatomy of an email. There are really just 4 main parts you need to know. First is to. This is where you type the exact email address of the person you're writing to, something like example@gmail.com. Second is the subject, just a short, quick title so they know what the email is actually about before they even open it. Third is the message. That's the actual letter you are writing. And fourth is the attachment. You'll see a little paperclip icon and you click that to add a photo or a document. It's exactly like slipping a picture into a real physical envelope. And this brilliantly illustrates our transition into the final tools of our kit. Section 5, download Banam upload, moving files. All right, we've talked about exploring the web, but how do we move actual files in and out of the internet? These 2 words can definitely be confusing at first, but here's a super easy trick. Think of the internet as being up in the sky, like in a cloud. Download means pulling a file down from the internet onto your personal device, like saving a YouTube video right to your phone. Upload means pushing a file up from your device onto the internet, like putting your new selfie up onto Instagram. So remember, download is pulling it down and in. Upload is pushing it up and out. Once you picture that direction in your head, I promise you will never mix them up again. And just like that, we've covered the core foundations. You now know exactly what the internet is, your web browser vehicle is gassed up and ready, you've got the Google search map to find your way, you know how to send an email, and you totally understand the difference between downloading and uploading. Your digital toolbox is fully equipped. The entire world of information and connection is literally waiting for you right now. So I want you to take these new skills, open up your browser, and dive right in. Aaj aap internet par kya seekhenge? What fascinating new thing are you going to discover on the internet today? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and hey, happy exploring.